Gentlemen, here we go again. My my chat seems to be lagging. My phone seems to be picking it up fine, but my chat's a bit behind. Jens, what's good? Daily, happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday, big guy. Yeah, sly dog. Taylor, what's up? Boy, did I get a tough bracket today. Or is everyone getting 200 more waves? Oh, I feel like there's a couple pieces to it. Immediately when I didn't see a big power stone sink, I was like, damn, everybody that's been hoarding is is definitely going to be loving it. It's also really rough battle conditions. So I'm expecting to get spanked, and I'll be happy if we don't. I did actually do like a full EHP run. I can't check it there. In the damage. And we managed to get basically to the end of intro sprint. It's such a cheesy disco, I don't know, category to do. You just go full EHP and just kick back. I saw Ryan doing it with 1 damage. And I'm sure it was 1 damage and he was like smashing tier 17. I was like, damn, this dude's like killing everything with 1 damage. That's insane. I tune into the rematch tomorrow, sync the Celsius. Bro, literally. Take it easy, big guy. Happy birthday, eh? What do I want to do? So, my workshop, my perks, my mods, everything is up the duff. I've actually been doing disco runs basically all day. And it's been super chill. So, because we only just got the wave skip mastery, it's about 4 hours and 21 minutes for me to do a 5k run. God bless intro sprint mastery, eh? So I don't know if we want to see this out. I don't think there's really any benefit to it, because I don't think past intro sprint I'm going to survive much. But my idea was, if the damage category is so easy to get, I do it in tier 15, I do it in tier 16, and then when I do the utility run, I'm going to have more damage. So I just did a tier 15 on the damage side. I'm thinking that extra buff and damage, which I can't remember how much it is, for that 3 point something times damage, I think it was. And I'm thinking something like that. That extra jump in damage should hopefully help me squeeze out the utility. And if we squeeze out the utility, then hopefully the coin multiplier moves further than the tier 14. I can move to tier 15, because the overkilling's no good, fam. For context, after I did the farm run last night after stream, when I woke up this morning, it was wave 6,000 and I was still overkilling. Just too yoked. Marshmallow, I'm ready for a tourney with you. Alrighty, big guy. I could probably just skip this, because I think we got an alright buff. Yeah, buff. I think we got an alright buff anyway. So, what did we get? Tier 16. Oh, 60% damage. So we got basically 3.5 times in this here 15. So I'm thinking with that, and I mean I haven't maxed this out yet, but I'm thinking just with that extra bit of damage, if we could squeeze out a bit more waves, we might get it pretty comparable. Because if we go, let's say at the current setup that I got, 4,000. Oh, was that? Yeah, that's 4,000. Just under 4,000. Just over 4,000. So they're very similar. Very, very similar. But I need a home. I need a home to do my carry on. They broke Flame Bot in 2 ways. Instead of the 95% reduction, you get 5%, and the bot further decreases your damage reduction. What? That's crack up, eh? What I am gonna do, I'm gonna do a hard respec, because I think I have pretty much, I wouldn't say screwed it up, but I mucked around with so much today that we're probably just better off respecing. And thanks to AFK last night, we've got enough gems too. So respec, because at some stage I am actually gonna have to get back to farming, because I don't have much in the old slush fund. The slush fund's running dry. So it looks like Uncle Fuzz was a little bit peeved off with everybody, and he's given us a hoorah of battle conditions. Like that, 161. So with Tank Ultimate, I'm just going to start with Space Displacer, but I don't think we're going to generate enough landmines with, what do we got? Tanks ult, basic ult, fast ult, range ult. Just a whole bunch of ults. I suppose that's what we all get, eh? God giveth, God taketh away. And then I suppose I'll just hard respec after. And we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, guys. Primary. We'll figure it all out. It's all goods. Do we have any rerolls? 50,000. What did I want to reroll? I wanted to put something on something. Did I want to put something on this? What have I got? 2 quant, chance, bonus. So I want an ancestral chance, ancestral angle. I don't know if it's worth rolling on 50,000. Something you want to roll when you got like 1 million. Something like that. What are we gonna go? RB. We'll just go with the typical build, and then I think we're just gonna adjust from there. Kind of fair, to be honest. People were getting a bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was rolling it. I was loving it. I was like, bro, these cunts are losing it. This is awesome. And I have lost one of my locks. For some reason, you can lock these stupid tabs, and I don't know why, but I've put it somewhere. And I don't know where the hell I've put it. So I'm gonna have to find it somewhere. I've lost one of my locks, fam. Where's it gone? Is that 220, 210? 10. We'll see how much change we've got at the end of this. 2, 3. orb size. What were my orbs at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another 5. Okay, what will we want from here? Just cash. Cash, coin, no. Sales, no. Free ups. What? This is nice and cheap. Right. That's that done. Ah, we just max. Max. Max Thorns. Good evening, sir. Glad to catch the stream. It's late, but I'm here, bro. You're a legend, bro. I'm not super late for you fellas. I think it's even later now that we've had a change to daylight savings. So it's probably even like super late. Thanks for showing up, man. Thanks for showing love, my guy. That's why you're my guy. Alright, we'll rebuild. Is there any other shit in here we want? Do we need a bit of health? Whoops. Didn't mean to max it. We'll just go full glass cannon, eh? Actually, I want lifesteal. How much is that? 69. It will just take that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, these things get crazy pricey, eh? Ready? Ouch, ouch, ouch. We'll just roll like that. Oh. And then I'm thinking just damage. What do you reckon? 229. Or do we just go raw damage? Fuck, that's expensive too. How much is that? 10 levels of that. What's that? 220, 230. Just boom, boom, boom. Pour. That'll do. Anything left? No. Can't max it. Oh, nothing. Right, I think we're ready to go. Might have to add a little bit of range. How's everybody's farming been going? Have you guys been? I suppose like basically everyone's just been spamming the update. I'd assume that's what everybody's just been up to. Taking part in the arms race. I've been enjoying the different approach. I haven't been enjoying watching my labs tick over at 3x. That's been a little bit painful. But we're going to get it back. I'm just going to set myself up for farm and then we're going to get it back, fam. Or do we just roll with it? What's our range at? No, one more click. One more click for good luck. Almost 20q on tier 15. Drop back down now. Bro, what was my overnight run? I've spammed that much stuff today. Eight and a half thousand waves. 4.15 an hour. But like the first 6,000 waves is just, yeah, it's no good, that tier for me. Not without the damage slider. And then if we got to a stage where we could even get a damage slider, we're probably going to end up in a point where we're beyond it, because it's not like super priority on the key unlock. So it's just like, it's in a really weird place, and I'm not going back to managing cards, and I'm not going back to devoing each tourney or nothing like that. We're not going back. We're not going back, guys. Alright, let's do this. Oh, already mucked it up. I think the first fleets are overcharged if we make it to fleets. I'm pretty sure it's overcharged when I was watching Bonzo's stream. AFK, what's good, my guy? We're just starting. I have been doing a bunch of... We'll just get these level skips. Whoa, why is it only at 20%? Is that a new thing or something? Oh, and I've got the summon up. Why is it only at 20%? Is it a new Is it this gobbledygook? Wave 1500 from wave 1. Skip decay. Oh, they just neutered the skips. What is this? Skip decay from wave 1 every 20 waves. What have I done? Am I buzzing? Went from 40% to 20. Is that what it does now? Oh, we're in the same bracket? Let's go. Sorry, I mucked that one up by pulling out of it. Bro, I don't know where my level skips are gone. Is it just like that now? I'm sure I did them in the enhancements. I'm sure it said 40 something % before we started. What have I been doing today? So, I started at tier 1. And it was so ridiculously easy. Doing the... Which one did we do? The ultimate weapon one. And then I did a tier 12. And that one was ridiculously easy too. Did I do a hard... I don't think I did a hard respec. I think I just soft spec'd out of the farm build. And I feel like I can do tier 13, maybe tier 14. Maybe not tier 14 for the ultimate weapon, but maybe quite high in tier 14. But basically, I'd say I'm pretty much confident that tier 13 down, I'll be able to easily do all of the ultimate weapon ones. So that's pretty much where I'm going to set as my work backwards from thing. And then, so I did tier 1, and then I did tier 13, and then I went to tier 15 and did a damage one, and here's where the mind starts boggling, and this is what I've enjoyed about the update. You know, the reason why we do these things, the reason why we play these games, it's escapism. Just like other people have their own vices and what they do. And my brain, I was doing my chores this morning, but my brain was just completely off, and it was just like theory crafting on the game. I'm doing my chores, I'm listening to Joe Rogan with that Amazon guy. You guys know that Amazon guy? You guys would have seen it on the reels. And he's buying up the stuff in the Amazon forest. I was listening to him on a Joe Rogan episode. I was doing my chores, and I was thinking about the tower, and I blinked, and just hours had gone, and I just like gone through everything. And that's what I've really enjoyed about the update. Like, my brain just drifting off, just escaping work and all the other carry on, and then just thinking about what to do. So a little thing that I came up with So the first thing I wanted to know is if I went into soft spec into an EHP build, from my base stats and everything that I have access to, and maybe some liquid coin that I can move around for modules, what would be the tier, the highest tier going down? And I kind of worked it out. It's tier 13, tier 14 for the ultimate weapon one. So I was like, sweet, we've solved that puzzle. Now the next puzzle, because when I woke up this morning, so when we finished up the stream last night and then I moved into farming, when I woke up in the morning, I was at wave like 6,000 and something, and I was still overkilling in tier 14. Still too much. You know, I don't think it has the armor battle condition, so you can kill things further away. It doesn't have the same orb battle condition, so again you can kill them super fast. So then I was like, okay, I need to get out of this tier, you know. And I was talking about it last night. That's why we did those little stintsies. And then I was like, how am I going to get out of this tier? And then I was like sitting there thinking like, well, it made a big difference last night when you guys suggested to me, hey, before doing the utility, why don't you pump up your ultimate weapon? And then I thought, well, surely the same rule applies to the damage. So I went into like a pure EHP. You know, I did a couple little, if we look at the history, I did a couple little whoopsie doodahs. You know, we're all over the place, heaps of little 50s, 250s, 10s, 50s, as I'd like adjust something, pull something out, see if something works. And then we kind of settled for quite a nice EHP build, and I think I picked up on tier 15, sorry, like 3.5 times damage. So I'm thinking, with 3.5 times damage, and that extra little boostskis that we got from the ultimate weapon damage, and then with the 4th spotlight, surely we can squeeze out the ultimate weapon tab the utility tab. Now I'm confusing myself. Surely we can squeeze out the utility tab a little bit more, that it makes it better than tier 14, and then we find ourselves a new home. And then I was like, eureka! So then I thought, shit, I've specced into a HP build, and I don't want to spec back in, specs on specs. Like I'll end up looking like I'll be specking that much, I'll end up looking like a Dalmatian. So then I was like, alright, how are we going to do this, guys? And then I was like, I know, I'll hard respec for Tawny, because everybody's going to be yoked as from hoarding stones, but then there's no stone sink for them to put it into, so the brackets are going to be rough. Uncle Fudz is angry at us, so he's given us some rough battle conditions. Oh, we got a death defy. Let's go, boys. So then I was like, alright, when I hard respec, then I'll go back into the utility with our newfound power, and then fingers crossed it ends up being something. So that's where my mind's gone, and that's like a whole day of mentally drifting off. That's what I've loved about. I don't think there's been that many I don't even think there's been any updates which I've had to like theory craft in my mind so hard about what's the best way to progress forward in that. So I'm super enjoying it. I did, not gonna lie, I did spend the first hour or two of my morning reading through Discord and reading through Reddit and laughing at all the little soy boys having a cry. Well, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm quitting. I'm quitting. Yeah, take that. Go on then. Go on then, you won't. It was absolutely hilarious, bro. It was so funny. I'm like reading everything and I'm like, surely everybody else is thinking what I'm thinking. Surely everybody's thinking what I'm thinking. I can't be the only normal person. Not all the time. Sometimes, yep, I understand. Bro, that summon's annoying, eh? Why the hell did I leave that on? Let's actually... just like that. Whoa! Look at that, a Dulkind. So we'll get rid of summon. We might push our range out a little bit more too. Yeah, man. So it's been a cool little day. And as far as what I'm gonna do after, is I'm gonna get an attempt to find the farming tier. And then after my attempt to find a farming tier, I'm either going to move to a different tier or kick it in tier 14. We're going to farm up for a little bit because I'm a brokey. I'm a bit of a broke boy. And then if I can during the week, I might continue doing some of the runs and not farm. A little bit easier said than done. A little bit easier said than done. Like the first half of my week's pretty stacked next week. Oh, Renery88 made the bracket also. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I've run Ultimate Weapon Tier 1 to 8 and Attack Tier 1 to 7. Working on Tier 8. The bonuses are huge. Yeah, bro. The bonuses are crazy, bro. Like, I'm thinking, like, with getting that extra damage with Tier 15, I'm like, surely that's enough to tip me over the line. I didn't actually see how we died that time when I ran the Tier 15. I was just blah, 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 the whole... blah, blah, blah for hours. Got free respecs from the vaults last week. Let's go, bro. Respecing like Matt, bro. That must be so good. Free respecs, especially if you make a whoopsie, eh? Like, you know, sometimes you have it set at like 5 or set at max and then you accidentally click it and you're like, no, what the fuck? How did I do that? I saved keys and got workshop presets because of the update. Perfect choice. That's such a cool thing. I remember when whoever it was, when the vault came out, and oh look, we're at 900. The boys, bro. Look at that, another death defy. What? Whoa! What's going on? The boys. Let's go. I was riding off this run altogether. The boys were killing it. We're still in intro sprint. Let's go, boys. What is going on? What's that guy called? Commander A. Big fatty boy. And another death defy. Oh, it took our demon mode. We got kicked out. Bro. How epic was that? At least we got the death defy on the demon mode. That's really why we wanted that auto demon mode, eh? For that chance to roll it. Bro, that's insane. Straight to a PB. Look at us. Let's go, boys. How many death defies? I don't know where to find it anymore. I lost it last night too, eh? Is it way up the top? Death defies, bro. No way we got 11. Bro, we got 11 death defies. What the fuck? There we go. Cheers. Cheers to the boys. 11 death defies. Death defy equals tax refund. It's the same equivalent. That feeling when you get a letter in the morning from the IRD saying you receive a tax refund. But I'll tell you the craziest tax refund one. But I'll tell you guys the craziest tax refund one. So I got this when I was a little girl, and I was a young dad. I was like 19 or 20, and I remember I got laid off from work, like seasonal work. I got laid off, and I was like brokey as, bro, like yeah, like struggle central. Like I would sneak off in the middle of the night with a washing basket, and I would run up people's driveways to grab bits of wood so that I could put the fire on, like all that sort of carry on. You know, doing what you can to survive. Not being malicious, like not going and like robbing people's houses and shit. and I kept getting this letter in the mail from the IRD in New Zealand. It's the equivalent to the IRS in the States. I kept getting this letter, and it was this bill, and I was like, oh bro, like I ain't got nothing, I can't pay no bills, you know, that sort of thing. And it kept getting bigger, and they kept harassing me, and I was just like, fuck these cunts. And it got to the stage where I can't remember, it's so long ago now, but I'm sure it was either like $5,000 or $7,000. And I remember one day I opened it and it was up again, and I was like, fuck me, like how much is this? And I was sitting there staring at it, and I thought, alright, I'm gonna have to do something about this, because the last thing I need is them to come. They come into your house, they get a bailiff, a court ordered bailiff to come around, and then they basically just take all the shit from your house. And it's like, I already don't have nothing. I don't need them taking my car, taking my TV, all that sort of carry on. And I remember staring at this letter, and then me and my wife was staring at it, and we're thinking, how are we gonna pay it? And then it was like, it dawned on me, it wasn't a bill, it said it was credit. And I was like, fucking let's go, boys. I was like, bro, look at that, 9.49. That was epic. Alright, let's tidy this up. Oh, wait. Before we carry on with the story time. You guys know the drill. Rubber Ducky. Is he on stream? Is he in here? And I'll catch up on chat too. Is that Rubber Duck Sauce? Alright, you guys know the drill. If you see someone you know, give them a shout out. Is that Rubber Duck Sauce? Oh, Kamehameha. Study Mage. The big guy. Boston Strong. I wonder where he's from. Alright. Let's see how many campers we got. 2. Okay. To be expected. Any other sneaky campers? You gotta watch these guys, eh? Sometimes they sneakily camp somewhere. Alright. Let's do this. So I ring up the number. It's like a free phone number. I ring up the number. Hey, got this letter, this and that, and can I confirm, that it's in credit? And then they're like, yep. So that's in credit. And I'm like, sweet, give me my money. And they're like, oh, so if you flip the paper over, you've got to fill out the form, da-da-da-da. Sweet, do it, boom, fill it out, send it away. Gets to a month later, still nothing. So I ring them up again, they're like, yeah, it's just processing, and we're just going to figure this out, and this and that. And I was like, fuck's sakes. And then I think it got to like maybe an inch or so later, and I'm just like, bro, I'm living on the bare bones, trying to feed my kid. Like, what the hell are we going to do? So I looked them up, and I found that there was an office in Palmy. So like a little branch. It's an arm of the government, but it's like a little local branch for our region. So I go and drive over there. I'm like, fuck these cunts. Let's go sort this shit out. So I drive over there, park up, walk into the building. Say, hey, how are you? I say, hey, I've just got this letter here. I'm here to get my money. And they said, oh, do you have an appointment? No. And then they said, okay, well, you have to ring up the 0800 number and book it. And I'm like, fuck off. But I've been waiting for this shit for too long, man. Scrounging for nappies to put it on my kid. We're not doing this. Give me my fucking money. And then she's like, oh, I'm just going to have to hold a minute. I'm like, nah, mate. Nah. We're not doing this. I want my money now. It says it right here. This is my money. give it to me. She's like, security. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. So I start locking in, like, in my mind, I'm like, I ain't leaving this motherfucker until I got that money, fam. Bro, you got me out here running around, stealing 3 bits of wood to keep the fireplace on. Bro, there's only so many peanut butter sandwiches you can have for months on end. Like, bro, we're not doing this, fam. We're not doing this. And then, like, so I'm like getting ready, I'm like moving chairs around. I'm like, sweet, the security's gonna come up the thing, it's gonna be on. Like let's figure this out. Let's get this shit let's get this shit cracking. And then this dude who's like, he must be the manager, he's suited up. And he comes out and he goes, what's all this commotion? And then I'm like, fuck you, fool, this is my money, give me my fucking... He's like, whoa. And then the security like comes in, and then he's like, no, hold on, mate, hold on. He's like, show me what you have there. And then I showed him it, and then he's like, oh, it says it's in credit. And I was like, bro, motherfucker, I've been sending things, I've been ringing, I've been doing all of this carry on. And you fellas are dicking me around. And he's like, well, it's not me doing it. And I'm like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, but, you know, you fellas. And then he's like, yeah, let's just go figure this out. So he goes over to his computer. He types a couple things in the computer. Why have I got no enemy level skips? Look, it's at 0. Am I buzzing? Hold on. Okay, it's at 40 there. Maybe it's a visual bug. So he types this thing in his computer. He's like, just relax there. Whatever. He's like, do you want to go over smoke? Do you smoke or anything? Fuck up. I'm staying here. I'm getting my money. He's like, no. It's all good. It's all good, mate. Jumps on the phone. Punches in a couple buttons. Hang it up. Gets a phone call. A hot second later. They're asking for confirmation. He turns around and looks at me. Is it the same bank account that's attached to your IRD? Your security, social security, whatever? And I'm like, yep. And then he's like, does another phone call. Yes, confirmed. Put the payment through. And then he's like, sweet, it'll be in your account today. And I was like, other boys. Babe, we're on. Bro, I went and bought food. Takeaways. I bought some shoes, bought some piss, bought some alcohol, bought something to smoke. I was like, bro, on my bare bones. This isn't the first and only time I've been on the bare bones in my life, but there's a level of desperation when you got mouths that are dependent on you to provide. And I'm sure you guys know as dads, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you're willing to do in order to do your part. You know what I mean? Ain't fucking around when it comes to feeding your kids. We're not just gonna sit there and roll over. We're not doing that, fam. Alright, I can catch up on chat now. I did a sprint run to 260. Now running it back for more death wave. Ah, makes sense. Also took out summon. Bro, I fully forgot summon was on. Alright, my cloud phone seems to be super laggy. It's like dropping pixels and all sorts of stuff. Lucky we got the auto demon mode. We don't even have to sit there and play around. Actually, AFK says still haven't run the tourney yet. Rennie's 5x or nothing. That's what I should have said to them, eh? I should have went into the IRD. Imagine that, eh? He's like, yeah, here's the amount that's in credit. Oh, sorry. That was at multiplied at 5x. I'm going to take it down to 2x. No! I'm going to jump on Reddit and make a post. I'm going to tell Reddit on you. Yeah, I think they fumbled on the launch, but we still got some serious powerful V28. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If someone's actually fed up enough to quit, they're going to care enough to whine about it. Damn, 430 is a high ceiling. Not making keys. Is that what it's at? But I can't believe that first run. 11 death defies. That was nuts. I was just like, I think we've already screwed it up. Let's just let it run. Man, the government process can be so annoying, bro. Especially New Zealand government, bro. And I suppose, like, all governments are, you know, somewhat the same because it's not like a corporate company where they're continuously churning out efficiency. It's like the government, it's free money. It's an endless money pit. So they're just like always piss-assing around with shit. Wasn't the only time that I've done stuff like that. Like just out of pure desperation. Outshowing 0 in the workshop's a bug. It's the bug. Alright, as long as it's just the bug. Oh, I suppose. Oh no, you can see it now, eh? I don't know if you guys know. But you can go like this. Look at that! 949! You can go... You can look at how many waves you skip now. Enemy level skips you got. Enemy level skips, look, you can see it. 101. Perfect. This is exactly what I want to see. Okay, the emulator seems to be back on my screen. It's not having a full fit. My internet's been playing up lately heaps though. We've got a massive cyclone that's just started to hit the country. It's supposed to hit us, our region, tomorrow I think. But for us, none of us are concerned. We're like, bro, still scared of cyclones, boys. Cyclones the normal around here. It's a good thing the tower didn't exist back then. Babe, we're not eating. We just got $7 from the government. We're not eating, fam. We're getting one click in GT Plus. Man, I wish I had that kind of luck. Been in and out of food pantries myself, and for me, supporting others who never give back. I ain't doing that anymore. Soon to be 21, and I'm done with life and people. Bro, 21? You're so young, bro. You got so much legs in the race and so much going for you. I feel like my brain is still wired and driven like it's 21, but my body definitely isn't. My body can't keep up with my body can't keep up with my dreams and aspirations, as cheesy as that sounds. But bro, 21, man, the world's your oyster. At that age of 21, and I don't want to sound like a boomer, but you know, us old millennials, bro, we're knocking on that boomer status. But at the age of 21, you can afford to make multiple choices and multiple mistakes. Like as far as like career paths. Now I'm not saying multiple choices and multiple mistakes like go get drunk and run somebody over and that's a mistake. No, that's a big fuck up. I'm talking just you go take a career path and you move to a different state or a different city and then it doesn't work out, and then after 2 years and it's like you can't see it as like, oh, I just lost. Damn, I just wasted 2 years. Oh no, it's like, bro, you could do that 10 times over. And then you'll be my age. You know what I mean? Bro, you got like, you know what I mean. The world's your oyster, man. The world's your oyster. It's just up to you to grab the world's dick and twist it, fam. Just grab that dick and twist it. The old, good old dick twist. Tax department with the econ nerf, bro. I tell you what, bro. I suppose that's what everybody felt like, eh? When they took that econ away. They all been running around pinching firewood. But not enough that they will notice. Otherwise, you won't be able to keep getting 1 or 2 logs every other night. And then everyone's like, nah, we've been eating shit and starving. I've got kids to feed, Uncle Fuds. Give me my 5 eggs. I don't love you anymore, Uncle. Do you know what bro, do you know what it reminds you of? Bro, I gotta find it, bro. I gotta find that. We're gonna have to cull the music so I can find this. What's it under? Is it a short? I'm pretty sure it's a short. It's I play it all the time because it reminds me of my niece. Is it popping up? Bro, how good's auto demon mode? I don't have to sit there and stare at it so much. How do I find it? How do you find it in shorts? Oh, shit. I don't know about the search. Search it up, comes up with all sorts of weird stuff. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to find it. Bro, it's so funny, bro. Every time, like, you know how, like, shorts and reels and everything, they, like, low-key recirculate? Like, they go on, like, in a cycle and, like, you might see it, like, 3 months later. Oh, can't find it. Rat shit. Hey, what the hell happened? Oh no, touching too many buttons. Oh, supposed to slow it down? Oh, we got a Deftify. 760. 760's always, 760's always, we're always getting Deftifies on 760. That's our lucky number. So if we get a lotto ticket, we'll make sure we add the 760. Bro, what about this one? You guys know after that, like, epic ass stream last night. What about I was on such a high. I was on such a high from the generosity of the bro that, like, I stared at the tower for like 2 hours, just looking at those 4 spotlights. Like, I didn't go to bed till like early hours in the morning. And I knew there like wasn't even like a proper reason. Like, it's not like I'm like looking at it, it's like, oh, at what point do I die and when do I need to... Nah, I was just like fully like riding a high up. It was like winning the lotto ticket. I was like full buzzing. Look at that, bro. We're going up to 840. And so, just a tip from you guys. When I lose my demon mode, and I'm not in skip, am I supposed to be taking off wave skip? Or am I supposed to leave it on? Like, do I take off wave skip so I can get more shields? Is that a thing? I don't really know. I'm new to this. I'm new to this power. Oh no, what the fuck is going on here? Bro, I just got a Dolkened. Bro, we just absolutely sailed to 900, bro. That is diabolical. We're not allowed to do that. Are we allowed to do that? Are we allowed to just sail to 900 now? And it's an overcharger. And a Deftify off the overcharge. No, and a double Deftify off the overcharge. And a triple Deftify off the overcharge. And they stole my wings. You bloody hooer. Bro, what was that? What was that? How do I find it? 13 death defies. That's gotta be a visual bug, eh? Did you count 13? What was that, bro? What the hell was that? Bro, that is nuts. I'm still waiting for my 5400 tax return. Oh shit, from 2019. And in one more year they'll say, sorry, only keep records back for 5 years or 6 years. So we seem to be lost. But doesn't, like, over in the States they've got like a cave full of like just records, just like full on admin. Like that is wild. I was homeless last year and on my heels 24/7. I don't have support. I'm an orphan. Damn, that's rough, bro. That's rough. I've slept on my fair share of bus stops. I feel you, man. But the world's still your oyster, bro. I got labs to lab and ultimate weapon to upgrade. Give me my stones. I just wish when young people would get good advice, they run with it, because we already have lived it, seen it firsthand. You know what I mean? I think wave skips, getting extra waves outweighs the chance your build would outweighs the chance that your builds your shield up for 3 waves early. Okay. So I just leave it on in the hope that I skip. Oh, it's basic ultimate, eh? So we could just get a boss at any time. Ooh, how much damage have we got? 34. 130x spotlight. 4 quant. Are you still live now? Or you took a break? Nah, I've still been going, bro. We're on the 19th hour. Nah, I did take a break. I was going to just have a running stream while I was doing my chores. And just have it just continuously running for what I was doing today. But then I didn't want like anybody to jump in and say hello and then think that like I'm kind of ignoring anyone or anything. So I was like, oh nah, better not, because, you know, hey, oh, I had nuke. Alright, that wasn't more than our last fluke-ass run anyway. What's that? Bro, is it a marshmallow bracket? Did we get a marshmallow bracket? Okay, who's Bonker? Tier 21. Bro, we haven't even unlocked that shit. Bro, did we get a marshmallow bracket? Is this guy still going? So we got 2 warlords down here. Maximus. Okay, I'm gonna go. What am I gonna go? This way? Oh, we got a whole bunch of people that are around the same level of us. But do they have 4 spotlights though? But I cannot wait till we get Spotlight Plus, bro. I'm a Spotlight Andy. Or Clouded Andy. So they're gonna call me. But and you know what's the meanest thing? I was like, I was just like walking around doing whatever, and I had tag stream on the phone and just like listening in. And then now, like, when everyone talks about Spotlight, I feel like I'm included in the conversation. It's like, oh yeah, 4 quant, 3 degree more angle, yeah. I'm a Spotlight Andy too, fam. But I can't wait to get Spotlight Plus. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Bro, what an epic first run. Okay, did we need to be honest, right, I haven't really been paying proper attention, so what we would have to do, get Boinker out, because 2 takes us down to 8th. And if we're lucky, somebody else doesn't move up, this and that. 8th? So we risk running into 9th. Bro, we might get 6 keys. Bro, we got to do this. Okay, what do we got to do? This. Is there anything else we can tweak? There's no way we were getting like 11 death defies. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. Do we just like spam it for the RNG? I think the key is the longest we stay in intro sprint. That overcharge was a pain in the arse, eh? And it's a pain that it's the first one. What I'll do is I'll try to pay attention. But I don't know where the hell all my level skips are gone. Is that just a thing now? They just take a whole slice off you? Or has it always been like that and I've just never really paid attention? Maybe it's always been like that. It was like, what time did I go to bed? I went to bed like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Woke up at 6. Got up. Mucked around a bit. Started my chores. I was holding out for the stream tonight. And I fell asleep waiting for dinner. But I didn't really fall asleep. I like had the phone in my hand and it just like slapped me on the head and woke me up. And I was like, no. Because if I go to sleep now, I'll fully drift off all night and I'll be done and then I'll miss the stream. And it'll just like muck my whole routine up. And then I'll get a growling for not streaming. If I miss a stream, I get a growling. Yeah, it's in Utah. Oh, that's that big thing, eh? Isn't it like the biggest like cave was something like a big bunker or something? I saw something on YouTube, bro. And there's just like football fields of records and everything. Maybe it was when that whole Elon Musk group got together to do that carry on with auditing the government. Might have been something tied up with that. This ain't marshmallow for me. This is a really good bracket though. So 150 to stay. 2 guys down here. 250 to stay. Go 2 up. 480 for keys. How did we time that? We gotta figure out what time we started that. I was actually gonna shift the time on my stream, like knowing that our local time has changed, and a lot of you guys are already staying up late, hanging out in there. And I know some of you guys have got insomnia. I know the drill, fam. I know some of you are chilling, but I also know that a bunch of you fellas also hang around too to try to catch it. And I don't want to be responsible for shaving years off your life, guys. So, but I don't know what the best answer is. Like, should I do it tomorrow when like everybody else does it and it's at a more respectable time for you guys? I'm not really too sure, but I am thinking about coming up with something. You got a nice bracket. 1225 waves got me 10th place. Yeah, I got a really good one, man. I got a really good one. And we had an epic first run. Just crazy luck. The 4 spotlight help gives you so much more coverage. Oh, I can't wait to get the sub stat. I can't wait to get I am a spotlight Andy. I super appreciate it, man. Honestly. Crazy. Had me full fizzing out all night. Staring at just staring at it. Just like zoned out, staring at it. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, because I don't know if you guys do it much, but I do, just because of the picture quality. But I swap between an emulator on PC and the Cloud Foam. I rarely use the actual app. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you swap devices or anything like that, or you just go update your game, or turn it off and turn it back on to resume it, and it instantly, or your ultimate weapon, like they don't start that cooldown thing all over again. It's so good. It just like pauses for a moment, registers that you got a CF up and whatever, black holes, whatever you use, and then instantly boots up and then it starts to run. It's so good, man. All these little things that they didn't tell us that they did, and we're just like discovering it. I wish they just listed this sort of stuff, because people really enjoy these sorts of things. You know, now added enemy level skips to your battle report. You know, like these little things. And I get it, they're probably under the pump and all the other carry on. But it's that sort of stuff. Like, Tower players are super geeky. They fizz out on that sort of information. I mean, I know I do. I'll be like, oh my god, they now changed the thing that multiplies by the thing, and then now when I turn off the thing, it doesn't kill me. It's like, we like that sort of stuff. And I think there's probably even more stuff in there that we haven't even noticed. We've just like kind of discovered. It was pretty brief. It was, when they kind of went on about it, it was mainly talking about the new system that they introduced into the game, which is understandable. But like all the little cool things like that, and I'm sure they probably have a whole bunch more on the list. What other people above you at? So I got this guy that's just above me that I want to snipe. 956. What a great bracket, eh? What an outstanding bracket. So spoilt. And what about off the rip, jumping straight past 900 waves, straight into fleets? We're now in the territory where we're probably religiously going to be fighting fleets, and I need to figure out what to do there. Because we're in an uncharted territory, fam. We're meeting previously uncontacted tribes. Overcharges the Bane of Death Defy. Bro, that overcharge was fucking AIDS, eh? What was that? 8 targets, 8 meters. I'll be lucky to stay. Nah, you got this, bro. You got this. You got this, I believe. I believe, fam. Not being funny, the devs at Tech Tree Games are not passionate about their work. Things like detailed patch notes, immediate acknowledgement of bugs, and things that programmers should be eager to share. Yeah, I mean... yeah. All I imagine, and I don't mean to sound like a stink cunt, but all I imagine is like a room full of the same, like our company's large from the holding company. I don't know what they call it in other countries, but like the holding company of our company's large. It's one of the big guys, and it has multiple horizontal pieces of the process, so everybody can like kick up and earn vertically and horizontally and all that other carry on. But our IT department for the entire thing. I'm not being a stinker, but I just think of them when I think of, like, sometimes when I think of the group at Tech Tree Games. Like, here's some people just treating it like a job, eh? Like, and look, at the end of the day, it is. Oh, what was that? At the end of the day, it is just a job. It is, you know. Honestly, I must have got clipped by a range, and then everything just hadoukened me. Like, it is just a job at the end of the day. But I just imagine the IT, the IT staff at my work. Where you're like ringing them up, you're like, bro, this computer's down. I've got product stacked up. We're about to call off the kill. I need to know how long is it going to take for you to get this online. I need it going 2 hours ago. Oh, okay. Have you tried turning it off and turning it on? Bro, I'm not 3 years old, bro. Of course I've tried all of that. Can you check the cable? It's not the cable, it's a software problem. That's what I could imagine today. Somebody's like, bro, I just bought the event pass and it hasn't loaded to my thing. Have you tried turning the game off and turning it back on? You know? And I mean, I don't know. It's probably a great cultured place, but people that like, and I'm massively generalizing here. I'm massively generalizing here, but a lot of people that work in IT, they're a different bunch, and it wouldn't be everybody. You know, you'd have different things. I need someone that's coding, and he's the god coder, but he doesn't touch a game. You know, like he just codes. And then another one, I need you to work on the graphics or something like that. And he's passionate about images, you know, fonts, setups, UI, all that sort of stuff. But he come from, let's say, a signwriting business. And he was the digital engineer at the signwriting business. Not come from like a games industry. Because he's 30,000 cheaper a year to hire. You know, like these sorts of things. And we got... Okay, so this run wasn't quite there. Maybe that first run was just the fluke for us. I think it's the range, eh? I honestly think it's the range that's clipping us. Because it seems like we just get... Because what's the condition? What is this shit? More bosses... It's the enemy attack speed, I think, and the fast throwing in the range. There's nothing against, like, the CC and whatever. So I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to put it at range, then fast, and then closest. Oh, yeah, because look how small our range line is. So what I might actually do is I might actually push out our tower range. Because... the fast are getting really close to it. But I can also see the range are getting really close too. Let's just max this out. Full send. So, I'll push it out a few levels. What are we at? 90. So we'll take it to 98. And I missed the nuke twice. From blah-blahing too much. I reckon it's the range just disabling me, and then everything pumbles me. Okay, so let's go. I think it's 22. Goes to 98. Basically. And then I think the shockwave goes to 16. I think that's it. Should be 315. Probably a little bit big. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Because I really want to snipe that guy in front of us. Heading to bed now. Heading to bed now. Good night. Night, Study Mage. Thanks for stopping in, man. Thanks for stopping in. Sally, the reason IT asks that all the time is because people don't try and check those things. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. What's your target priority? Do you reckon that'll do? I feel like it's the range, eh? And that fast attack speed just has them nuking me. Actually, I want to take a look at... Oh, I suppose I better get my level skips. Get our level skips first. Man, I really want that Ancestral Project funding. I haven't even gotten one copy since I got it Mythic. Brutal. Alright. What I wanted to check out was that overnight farm that I did. Was it this one? Oops. How many hours it took? Almost 9 hours. 9, 18, 27. Close to 100 Q a day. Alright, I got a good feeling about this one. We're gonna snipe old Dingleberry. What's his name? Boinker. What's his guild? The Skull Army. Oh, you know what we have to do? We have to try to intro sprint our way through a tier 20 run. And see how far we can get. The mod system is rough when you're trying for a specific module. Oh, bro, honestly, project funding, another star on my DC, because I can't even get the other substat. I was one copy off, and I think it took a year to get that other copy for DC. I was pretty fortunate in my other mods. I got them in, like, what I would say is a reasonable time. I've had no luck with project funding, which is partly to blame on my part because I didn't pull it on the banner. I think I only pulled like one copy and then left it and then paid no mind to it. And now ever since that update, I've paid a little bit more mind. But then I paid no mind to Orbital Augment, and I thought, okay, I'll get it till it's one copy off, and then I'll just leave it and I won't worry about it. And I've been on one copy ever since it's been released. Like, when that banner first came out, I took it all the way to Mythic Plus or Mythic, whatever you take it to. And I was just like, yeah, it's one copy off. I'll just get it in time. And then by the time it's in time and I get it, there might be something viable for me to use. And I've just never had another copy. I really want it. I'm missing one copy of DC and project funding for a long time too. Hopefully they come up with something. It'll make heaps of people happier. I mean, the overall health of the game probably makes sense. It's probably not really taking anything away from it. Like, I'm trying to think what the downside is. Maybe the downside's that people end up following a linear path rather than creating their own. But due to the game being a slow burn, Don't even matter if somebody takes a linear or a meta path. It's still going to take time. Like, if you recommended this game to somebody and they were starting fresh, you'd be like, bro, be prepared to give it hours. Oh, not hours, sorry. Years of your life. It took me exactly 262,580 gems to have a full ancestral, including 6 times 5-star. How did you work out the gems? Is there a way we can tell that? How did you find that out? Oh no, it's lagging. Oh no, we're back on. Bro, what a sweet bracket, guys. Bro, that's just, bro, we just back to back loving it. What a sweet bracket. We've just been getting absolutely spoiled this week. And the big excitement on my week. So, like, you know, before the update dropped and everything went chaos and we're all learning up information and reading things and catching up with people and talking and videos and all that sort of carry on. The biggest thing I was focused on this week was tracking how much of a coin increase one click in GT Plus got. So we went all the way from tracking, and I was super excited to present that information for people, for those that were interested. If they're either coming up to this point, beyond this point, or any other tips. And what I discovered was I needed to kill faster in Test 16 for orbs to benefit from that extra click in the bonus. I was so happy in discovering that and ready to present that information. And then what day did we get the update? The same day as the tourney, maybe? After? Something? Chaos. Absolute chaos. I'd be like running around the plant at work doing something, finding a little corner to hide in, pull up the phone, quick scan a Discord, quick scan a Reddit, just like a sponge, just absorbing information at a concerning rate, and then like turn the phone back off, run back to what I'm doing, check this, do this, growl this person, do whatever, talk to these contractors, boom, back to this, start on a report, like just running around, pull out the phone, check Discord, like just full fizzing out. Running on no sleep because I'm checking all morning, all night for the update. Absolutely wild. Loving it. What a great week. Because, you know, like, bro, we've been waiting for an update. 7 months. Wow, cuz. That is like in an ARPG, in an MMO. I'm not talking about the seasoned MMOs that are like 10, 15 years old. Like, bro, that is a long time, bro. People will be saying like 7 months without update. People, and there's always heaps of stuff to do. I'm not saying there's not heaps of stuff to do, but just in general, and for the type of game it is, that you don't play like a season based thing and then like log out and then gain a bit of touch grass and gain a bit of life back. You're like, the game's consistently running and damaging devices to stay on and all that other carry on. 7 months is a long time, fam. That is a long time. I'm interested to see what other updates they put out too, because like all the other versions, there's all these other little updates. We got a Death Defy at 760 again, guys. I told you that's our number. That's our number. So that's going to take us to wave 860, is it? Which is just before the overcharge. And then we need to hit another Death Defy within 3 waves. 3 physical waves, but 30 intro-y sprint waves. Yo, Clouded, can I spoiler how much was the econ boost with all those stones yesterday? Shit. Okay, hold on. So I went from 1.5 Q an hour. Then the update dropped. And I went to 4 point something Q an hour. And then the thing nerfed. And then I dropped to 2.4 Q an hour. And then did no more utility, bonusy, you know, that sort of carry on. Apart from whatever we did on stream, which was extremely mild. And then we got the upgrades after the bros generous dono. And we went to 4 point something Q. So we almost doubled. We almost doubled, fam. And we probably could have. Like, and that's farming the same tier or that other carry on. We basically doubled the econ. Crazy. And it's only at, like, the spotlight's really only at its barest minimum. Because it's still got some other stuff to do with it. Quite a bit of stuff to do with it. And the wave skips just started. The extra death wave's so good, eh? I held off for so long. Just in the quest to try to get keys and that sort of carry on. Okay, so we're going to drop our... We're going to drop our Berserk. This one. So yeah, W in the chats for AFK, fam. Damn. We basically double our coinage. Hey, it's at 870. Okay, it's down now. Alright, so this is it. Oh no, we got one shield. Oh, see that fast sneaking in? Look at that. Alright, we got Death Defy 890. So this theoretically could carry us. We're going to steal that guy's spot. We're stealing his spot, guys. The overcharger. Get the overcharger. Get the overcharger. Come on, bro. You're still in second win. Get the overcharger. Do we get him? Oh, he's still alive. He's in a protector. And we got a Death Defy off him. And we got another Death Defy off him. Bro, we got him. We got him. We got him. This is it. We're stealing that guy's spot. This should theoretically carry us to 1,000. Now, whether we get to 1,000 or not. Bro, what? Come on. Yep, get off me. Get off me. This is it. We're stealing his spot. What was it? It was 159? Oh, 959, sorry. Oh, wow. Look at those things. Look at the chunky boys. Come on. Steal the spot. Look at the fast. Oh, I stole my demon mode. No. That stupid fast slid in there. That's alright, guys. That's alright. I'm actually gonna nuke it this time, though. We're gonna nuke it this time. We'll do it properly. I've been tracking since I started playing. I made tools about 2 months in. Buzzy. What are you using? Does Project Ren track that sort of stuff as well? I'm really hoping for mod substat presets, because I'll never get a second and DC Ancestral. Man, how do you reckon that'll work? So you just like flip in between 2 pages? I always like seeing the update vids and see how everyone's progressing and what they've learnt and what they're trying and what they're planning. Same, bro. That's my favourite part, the where everybody's mind's at. And then I kind of like listen to like people, like almost a majority of the progress updates that people put out. They'll talk about the problems that they're encountering or about to encounter, and then I'm interested in what they feel like is the tool to use for the situation. Like I might be like, oh, I was thinking about getting into this, and then when I looked at the cost, maybe I think I can go this path, and I'm interested to see what they feel like is the correct tool for whatever their problem is. Because that's all basically it is, eh? The tower is just a problem solving exercise. We're presented with problems, and then we have to, there's a whole bunch of tools, and we have to figure out what's the tool for the problem. And the good spot for where I am and the speed of the progression that I'm taking is there's so many examples of people ahead of me that I can learn from them. Oh, how'd you get through this part of it? Oh, what I did is I unlocked this, I only took it, nah, don't take it that much, I accidentally did that. And you don't really need to do it, because what you can do now is blip blip blip. Bro, we're so close to stealing this guy's spot, but we're gonna lose our demon mode, we're gonna lose our Viking. We're so close. What was he? 959. We're 18 waves away. We will need the cheekiest Depthify. The cheekiest, like, all the stars will have to align in order to pull this one off, guys. I hope we land on the same wave as him. That one, eh? I hope we land on the same. If I can't get it, no one can get it. I'm so used to battle conditions like this, sending me down to like 700 or 800. I can spotlight for the win, guys. Alright, we're down now. We need the cheekiest Depthify ever. I've also got to see if something will chip us too. I think we're holding them back alright, but a cheeky fast might slide through the cracks. Demon mode's about to run out. We're 15 waves over stealing this guy's spot. Oh, bro. Look at this rubbish. We're going to have to nuke him. 2, 1. No. We need that energy shield. No. No. Oh, we got a Depthify. No way we got a Depthify. And we got our wall back. And we're going to get a shield. Bro, no. Ha! We got a Depthify. Bro, what in the... Bro, we're going to get an energy shield back too. That was cheeky, guys. Bro, that was so cheeky. What was that? We all love Clouded Saturday stream. Bonzo! Bonzo's in the house. Bro, I got the hella marshmallow bracket. We're gonna steal this guy's spot. We're gonna do it. We got a shield back. We got wall. We got landmines. Shockwaves out. Chaos. Look at it. 10 more waves. I hope if we're gonna die short, I at least want to fall on him. We're gonna... We'll be the 6'9" meme, eh? Stole that shit. Oh, bro, these bosses are chunky. Oh no, when's the next fleet? What wave's the next fleet? I hope we don't get robbed from a fleet. Come on, we can't get robbed from a fleet. Woke up early and couldn't fall back to sleep, and here we are. Bro, epic stream today, bro. Epic stream. I had some extra cash and enjoy the content. I'm glad somebody enjoys the contents. I like to see Orcada become one of the big dogs. One day, bro. One day. But I always... Oh no, it's an overcharge. Oh no! He's gonna deny him. And we got a death defy off him. Come on. Come on. Fuck, bro. 4 waves off. I can't believe it. 4 waves off. 6 waves off. Bro, the overcharger. And we rolled a death defy on it. Damn. That was good though, guys. That was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I had fun with that. Let's look at the battle report. So we got... Bro, I did this again. I lost where it is. It's here, eh? 8 death defies. 8 death defies. Hits absorbed by the shield. Interesting. So I'm going to quickly do a tier 20. Oh no, my perks are all up the duff too. We'll just get rid of some of this. What do we want? We want that. We want that. We'll ban some EHP stuff. We'll ban the coins. Ban the defense. And we'll just roll like that. And we'll just give it a quick little spam. Quick little spam skis. See where we get to. Yeah, one day we'll be with the big guys. One day we'll be with the big guys. Let's go the Death Defy, sending good Death Defy energy. Bro, we had some crazy, like one of the other ones where we got like 11 or 12. Absolutely bonkers. It's VBA and Excel, but it's not just a boring spreadsheet. It's an interactive game where you build a tower inside it. And look at the effects from the change. Buzzy. So you can kind of, oh look, we already lost everything already. I always thought like this. And just try to get that RNG. Oh yeah, so you can like, it's like, so you can do like a simulation. so you can kind of simulate what upgrades you get and what it might do. That's buzzy. Bonzo, the clutch death-defy, yeah, bro. Fuck. We still screwed it up. Bonzo, the death-defy daddy. Bring in the death-defy luck. They need to do a 20 with no death-defy or energy shield battle conditions so us Berserker Mastery boys can go wild. You just, oh look, we lost it already. Why are we getting cake so early? Why are we getting cake so early? Need to roll a death-defy. Oh, we killed him. Share my death-defy energy. Let's go, boys. If we get a super cheese death-defy run in here, we might be able to get a PB. I just, tier 20 stints are just like ultra hit and miss. Like that. Look, death-defy, double death-defy, triple death-defy, quadruple death-defy. What was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Oh no, he took my... Oh no, I thought he took my chain lightning. Bro, what was that, guys? We're not allowed to do that, are we? That's what we need. That's what my tier 20 runs are like. So he stole my wings. It's just like... And then another overcharge. We all enjoy the content, bro. That's why we're back every time. Yeah, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. A lot of you guys screwing up your sleep. Screwing up your sleep so you can come hang out with the Marshmallow Warlord with the most absolute Marshmallow bracket, especially post-update where no major stone sinks were immediately released. I was... to say I was nervous coming into this tournament was an understatement. But I was also super excited to see what we had done, learnt, acquired. And we just like instantly sailed to 900. That's such a good buzz. It's like perfect way to end off the week. And get to start the new week. And then in like a few more weeks, I think we already hit PB. So this is PB now. And another few weeks, I got like a month off. It's me and my wife's anniversary. Bro, they weren't even gonna do my annual leave at work. My boss was like, "Oh nah, we're a little bit busy around then." And I've got 6, 9. I've got 12 weeks of leave available. 12 weeks of leave available. Dang, the overcharge stole that win from you. Yeah, bro. Bro, that was diabolical. I was so keen to smash that dude, eh? I want your superpower. You always know the best time to join tournaments. I always do the same. Like my family, we literally do the same thing. Like the same. What am I trying to say? We always have the same routine. Like me and my wife, we get up at the same time in the morning. We have the same routine, and then when we finish work, same routine. Kids exactly the same. Dinner's always at the same time. Everybody's pattern on who has a shower when. It's like all the same time. And it's oh, what happened there? There's an overcharge there? New highest wave, 185. Let's go, guys. So this is what I wanted to do. Utility. And then I do my tournament the same. So it's like, have tea at this time, finish tea by this time, rest the stomach, because us old millennials, we got to rest our stomachs. And then like 10 minutes later, it's like turn the tourney on. And it's generally like in my time, in my country, it's like 8:30 to 9 o'clock is like when I'm gearing up. And if it's a not a optimized time, and I know you can look up tower.lols and all that sort of stuff to get your peak performance male testosterone bracket, where you can just stomp on marshmallows. If it's not the right time and I get stomped out, I just roll with it. I don't want what do you call it? I don't want to disrupt my IRL routine. The only dumb thing is when it comes to streaming, yeah, because I know a lot of you guys are in a crazy time zone relative to me. I'm in a crazy time zone relative to you guys. Let's see how far past intro sprint we get. I just noticed the wall regens during invincibility time now. Just noticed the wall regens during the invincibility time. Oh, fuzzy. So it regens up while it's in that invincible mode. Includes relics, mods, bots, ultimate weapons, workshop labs, plus time, plus speed, plus full run tracking with stats, tourney tracking, and summary with achievements. Bro. Does anybody else use it too? Or is it just something you've been playing around with? Because you've been playing the game for quite a while too, eh? And you've just been tracking your thing over the whole time? The only stone cost this update is the bot plus, and that's only really useful if you have a ton of medals. Bro, so many medals too, eh? Like, so many medals. Like, I definitely agree that a lot of the long-term players have needed somewhere to put their medals in that, and also need something for the community, I don't know, to strive towards. I feel like going a battle pass system to pick up people that are sometimes or low time spenders is definitely probably one of the, like, in my opinion, it's probably one of the smartest moves. Because if you've got a whole bunch of the player base that you're not earning money off, you still want them to clip the ticket in some way. Now, whether, like, you know, people get their knickers in a twister about it, like they did with the relics, that you could, extra relics you could bet, you know, it is what it is. People are always going to be like that. But anybody that's, like, that's played games, you know, we all understand how it works. We all understand how this shit works. Like, I think it's quite pricey, the battle pass, but that's is what it is kind of thing. Oh, I'm interested to see this whole relic thing. And they're saying that it's rerun relics, but I don't know any events that I'm missing. Like, I don't know. The last rerun I got was the alien head one. And I don't know if there's any other ones that I'm missing now from the reruns. Want that? Bounce shot? Sure, take it. So I don't know, like, what else I'm supposed to be missing. There's definitely been battle passes that I haven't bought. Like, I just looked at the relics and I'll be like, damn, I want the medals, but I don't want those relics. They mean nothing to me. And there's actually some good ones that I've missed too, from having that type of attitude. That bad attitude. Enemy speed, sure. Like the orb speed. I've missed almost every single orb speed one, which is definitely a stupid thing on my part. Because eventually we're gonna we're actually gonna need that shit. On orbs? So the last event pass, I think it's the one that we're just going through at the moment. Oh, damage per meter, we need that, boys. We need that. Is it one of these? What the fuck? Oh, it's none of these. What are these? Tower damage. Damage per meter. As soon as I seen that, I was like, we need that because we're going to be a Spotlight plus Andy. Definitely don't want that. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I used to get so sooky on the inside when I'd hear people talk about how great Spotlight Plus was. And my heart would just break into pieces. It's gonna be us soon, boys. Spotlight Andes. The Spotlight Andes. The Spotlight Uniters. I'm super interested how much more juice we have now. Because we got a little boost. I'll show you if you're interested. Here. Tier 16. 1.66. So we picked up that in the hopes that we could just squeeze out a little bit more. With the new relic store, I wonder if they're going to sell previously paywalled relics. That's what I mean. Like, is it the paywalled ones? Like, I don't know which ones that I've missed. But then I also know that there's heaps of people with more relics than me. Like, if we look at that marshmallow bracket, 200, and then you see people with like 220. Like, what's this guy got? 233. So obviously I'm missing 33. But there is still relics and milestones that I don't have. But it's definitely not 33 relics that I don't have from milestones. So it's like, I don't know. I can't. It must all be from events or something. It must be something that I'm missing out on. So it must be. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm up to date with all the event. Like, all the reruns and all that. So maybe I just mustn't be. Maybe there's just so much more. But if the purple relics are 1200 gems, and there's going to be 2 of them, is there? That's 2400. And then the blue ones are like 600. What did we work it out yesterday when we were talking about it? It's like 3, and let's just ballpark it 3,500 gems. I'm pretty sure I only earn like 3,000 in a week. So it's going to be a real hard one for me. We're trying to figure that one out. Make that one make sense. And then if you still want to roll modules as well, and imagine if they release banners, and then it rolls on a thing where it's got a rerun, and you're just like, oh no. Oh no. I really want to roll on this banner, but there's great things in here, medals in here. I know what. I'm gonna write a post on Reddit Alright, guys. This is me signing out. Thank you to all my friends, but enough is enough. I cannot physically collect all the free gems. Because that'll be big for free-to-play players. Gems can be earned and saved. Yeah, bro. What's your game starting date? My game starting date is August 24. August the 10th. August the 10th is my starting date. Look at that. We're almost at 2Q. Almost at 2Q. Recent coins per hour. 22 trill. Broke boy. I'd like a battle pass with more rewards that isn't time gated. Kind of like a premium milestone pack. I'm not gonna lie. For $30 a month, that's what it is in my country. For $30 a month, it the battle pass is pretty light. Like you pay the premium. Oh, you get the medals. Yeah, they, you know, of course, the medals. That's like the real currency that we're all gonna be wanting. But like you just get the relics. It's like, oh. And I mean, there's some good ones in there, but for $30, I mean, like my brain always leans to like other games that I played in their battle pass systems. Extra landmines makes sense. So I think previously I got in. Oh shit, that's actually heaps. 2,700. I mean, heaps for me. I thought it was only at 2,200. Oh no, it was 2,200 and we got it to 26. Maybe they'll sell previous ones missed from earlier seasons of Guilds too. I didn't even think about that. That's a thing. Like one of my IRL friends that plays, he wasn't here from the start of Guilds. So the first few seasons, you know, he wasn't he was new to it all. I hope all previous relics, free, payward, and the guild. Yeah, because, bro, if that other guy's got 30 more relics than me, and they're going to release it, did they say every week? Wow. Enough is enough, as they buy the next pack. I'm like, did you get a soft bracket? Bro, Marshmallow as G. Check this out. And we were really trying to rob this dude. Oh look, I actually got 955. Bro, we were one wave off. I'm sure it was at 950. It says 955. I did get 955. We were one wave off, bro. We got hit with an overcharge. The bloody Hua stole our thunder, bro. And the cringiest thing is this overcharge was spamming me, and I was rolling Death Defy. And I was like, bro, I don't know what I'm supposed to do except for get good. I think that's the only thing. I just got to get good. That's the only thing that's going to be able to tackle fleets. Because we're now in the fleet territory. Look at the wave. Look at that. Look at that. 955. Bro, and the beauty is we like sailed straight into the 900s. I mean, we had a couple dud runs. I had my target priority all over the place, and we had to adjust a few things. But for the most part, we just like sailed into the 900s. It was beautiful. That also means sailing straight into the 900s also means we're basically unless there's some sort of tragic battle condition that kind of knocks us back. We're pretty much in fleet territory now every tourney, because that'll be for the last 3 tourneys. We got 955, 912, 969, 905. I can't remember what happened with that tourney. But we're right in that fleet territory now. So now I need to learn what I'm supposed to do. And to be honest, I don't really know, except for just more raw power. More power! Like, we're going to have to do the power equivalent of opening up the Strait of Hormuz. I've been playing 1 year longer than you and have 244. 244. So I'm 44 behind somewhere. But where did you get the other ones? Oh wait, here's probably an easier question to help me to understand. How long have event passes or the equivalent been a thing? Because from my memory, it's always been a thing. So at some stage when you were playing, did they introduce it as a thing? Or was it always a thing for you as well? I started the 14th of August. Oh bro, you started 4 days after me. Look. We got the same ad. Bro, we got the same ad. We're not the only one. I think there's like another 3 guys that are all like within the same week. We all got the same ad, bro. Did you get like an Instagram or a Facebook ad? Mine was a Facebook ad. I mean, it's the same company, but you know what I mean. Max Health? Yeah, I can remember when it was introduced. Oh, shit. So somewhere when you were playing, they introduced the Battle Pass. And the only thing that's changed is that whatever that change was where they added in the other relics. And then obviously the price over time. But what was I doing? I was lying in bed. And I wanted a phone game. Because I was playing this crazy pay-to-win game, and I was just putting too much money into it, and I was like, I need a super chill game, because like heaps of crafting, and like, bro, I'll do stuff where I'll farm all week for hours, and then to start my weekend, Saturday morning, it'll be like, go mow the lawns or do whatever, and then come back inside. And then I would get all of the crafting materials that I farmed up over the week. And I would sit there and I would roll away all my crafting materials and pray I get whatever the affix or the prefix or suffix or a double suffix or quad suffix or something that I'm after, or quad prefix. And then like if I got it, I'm gonna have a great night and a great weekend of farming. And if I didn't get it, I got to a point, bro, where I paid it like for a few years, and I was just like, fuck me, this is no good for my health. The only good thing about it was like after work when you'd be fully rinsed, I could just like have a numb brain and just sit there and just mash buttons and kill shit on the screen. And then I was looking for a phone game because everyone at work were having like, you know, you have your smoke and whatever, and then everybody's playing like the stupid little phone games and stuff. And then I was lying in bed like on a Saturday or a Sunday in the morning, and then I seen an ad. Like I never really go on Facebook, but like some reason I clicked onto it, and it was one of the first ads that I seen. And then I clicked on it, and then the rest was history. Like, I played that game, like, Tier 1, the tower. I played it from, like, the morning all the way into night, fucking up my routine, getting in the shower late, you like all the other carry on, fucking up my whole routine, and I was just stuck on the game, and I just kept rinse repeat again and again. And then you got to the point where you can like survive to like 200 waves. So it's like, oh, I can actually put it down for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes without clicking. And then it took me actually quite a while to get to the Discord, I think, because I was trying to find stuff on YouTube and there was nothing. I could not find nothing. And I was like, what the fuck? There's just nothing about this game. Like, surely there's something. And then I found Zedin's channel. And I was like, buzzy. And I clicked on it. And even though there was no content in what he was posting, the content was staring at the stats on the screen. And it instantly took me to Path of Exile, where you can watch an entire 45-minute video and you're just looking at the skill tree and you're just looking at the synergy between the items, and that's what I was like instantly looking at. Like, I didn't need to see the gameplay. I don't need to know what it looks like. I'm looking at all these stats. I'm looking at stats that I don't even know. And I went back and I watched every single episode that he ever released all the way up and caught it up to date. Like, that's how much I freaked on it. And then I randomly seen him stream. And then I heard people talking or, you know, after so many streams of watching, and somebody said something about Discord, and then I didn't know that there was a button for Discord. Where is it? There. I didn't even know that was there. And then I kept asking, where's the Discord? Where's the Discord? And then jumped in the Discord. And then the best part was, jump in the Discord, and I don't even know what anybody's saying, because it's all abbreviated. For a GC build, what are the best module something or other? DWQ? GTCD? What does that mean? I had to look up that thesaurus thing that they've got. I had to look up the index to know what the fuck everybody was on about. And to me, that's the sort of shit that I enjoy. Something that makes my brain have to think, because I got one of those problems where my brain doesn't stop thinking and it's always in overdrive, and giving it something to think about is peaceful. If my brain's zoned out into something, it feels peaceful. If I'm not focused in or locked into something, it's like there's chaos in my head. It's like it's just constantly just firing off, constantly thinking. So like these sorts of games, anything with any sort of crafting, theory crafting, anything like that, love it. Doesn't mean I'm good at it. We'll put that out there, guys. It doesn't mean I'm good at it. It just means I enjoy it. That's what's fun to me. Checking what everybody's doing, reading up on some stuff, learning new stats, learning interactions of things, trying stuff, learning from it, adjusting, understanding after so many patches the way the game kind of operates, and that things can get changed, so don't be so rigid. Learning that everything depends. Hi, I want to get more coins. How do I do that? It depends. Depends on what? Wow, what do you do? What do you like to play? What tier are you farming? What ultimate weapons do you have? What cards have you got unlocked? What modules are you using? You know, just blah, 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 blah. Actually, FK was from a YouTube ad. Is that the Uncle Fudd one? Where my uncle himself's on it? Bro, I kid you not, I get to stare at clouds at my work. Definitely struck a note with me when I saw your channel name and it happened and you were playing the tower. Bro, you guys all buzz out. There's actually quite a bit of people that play the tower. And I don't mean like how we're like the exception. Like, anybody that's playing this stuff 24/7, full on fizzing out about it, catching up with people on the internet about it, we're the exception. Like, I know we think we're not, and it's like, but we definitely are. Like, a good example is, I've told this story before, but I don't know if anybody in his is many streams ago. So my missus was at work, and her boss's son was either rung up sick or missed work, or he was a casual worker, or there's something like that, but he wasn't at work that day. So she goes to the old boss. Oh, what's he doing? He goes, oh, he's always at home. He's playing this fucking game, stupid fucking phone game. He's got all these screens up, and you got this little thing on the screen, and then all these shapes coming to kill you. And she just cracks up, and she goes, hey, he's got multiple screens. She goes, yeah, he's got it on the tablet, got it on the PC, got it on the, and then she's like, hey, crack up. And then she's like, the tower. And he was like, that's it, that's what it's called. And he's like, how do you know the tower? And she's like, fuck, you wouldn't believe it. But my partner posts content about it. And like, he obviously knows me from IRL, and he's like, does he? And then somebody else was there and was like, is that stupid fucking tower game that you got to kill the shapes? And then they're like, oh my god, do you know someone on the tower too? And he goes, oh, my daughter or my son is at university, and on their laptops or on their phones while they're like in class, just like there's like 5 of them all playing this stupid tower game where you gotta try to live while these shapes are trying to kill you. And like, obviously, like, look, there'd be a bunch of people that they don't have long legs in the race. They're not gonna freak out for fucking years like the rest of us. Try to treat it like Pokemon and gotta catch them all. That super millennial mentality where you're just gonna get on with it. But there'll be plenty of people that have tried it a few times. There'll be plenty of people that download it, do a couple stints, and then go, oh, this game's hard, and then get rid of it. And then there'll be a whole bunch of other people too that just play it, learn it as it comes, probably don't look up anything, probably don't join the Discord, probably don't have anything to do with it. They just play the game, figure it out, probably don't even run it on emulators. They just play it whenever they feel like it. I remember only seeing Crowbar and Greenie's updates on YouTube at first. Then I started finding all the others pop up in my feed. I only knew Zerdan's, and then I found Crowbar's, and I did the exact same thing. And I went right back to his first video, and I watched every single one, and then I did the same with Greenie. And then, but I understood what they were talking about, and the stuff that they were saying. But it wasn't relatable. We were playing 2 completely different games. Completely different games. There's just nothing relatable to it. And then I seen another dude's channel pop up. I think he might have quit not long after. And then Spartan started his channel too. And then I was like, fuck me, there's someone that's at the same area of the game that I'm at. And I think maybe a week or 2 after he started his channel, maybe like 1 or 2 episodes after he started his, I was asking him some questions. Like, oh, what do you think about this? Or where's this, where's that? And then I said, oh, you know what I'll do, I've got an old YouTube channel there. What I'll do, I'll just reuse that channel. I'll post the video, and if you come and check out the video, then you'll know what I'm saying, like when I'm referring to anything. And then the rest was history. The rest was history. It's been fun. What a journey. What a journey. What are we, a year and a half in? We're almost at 2 years. AK, what's good? What's good? The abbreviation's a bit much. Can relate to the problem. The funniest thing is, after a while, you just assume what you like in the context of a sentence. You're using like the context of a sentence. Like everybody knows that CC means crowd control, but in the context of a sentence, it might mean crit chance mastery. But what it'll never mean is crit coin mastery. Ain't nobody ever talked about crit coin mastery. But there's somebody who might be like, CC, I thought that means crowd control. You know, it's all in the context of the sentence. We start speaking a foreign language. I was wondering straight away, like, what people were going to call the discos. I was like, dis runs? I was like, And I was like, hopefully it doesn't turn into dis runs, because that's like 1 inch away from arse mods. Like, that's a terrible abbreviation. Like ASS mods, you're like, you know it means assist mods, but then when like in speech when people just call it arse mods, it just sounds so bad. And I was like, oh no, what's it gonna be? Just disso runs? I thought it might turn into disso runs. Like, cause what is the word? It's a stupid word, eh? What is the stupid word? Dissonant? Oh, dissonant. I don't know why I was thinking dissonant. Dissonant. I don't think I've ever heard that word in my life. Dissonance? Dissonant. Irregular. Lacking harmony. Okay, so it kind of means like some sort of chaos. Hold on, be prepared. I'm giving you guys a heads up. You're going to get flashbanged. You're going to get flashbanged. Dissonant, lacking harmony, irregular. I mean, it makes sense. Like, what else are you going to call it? Chaos runs. Like, that's a pretty rinsed out. That's a pretty rinsed out through games terminology, eh? Chaos orbs, chaos relics, chaos armor, chaos runs, chaos temples. Like, every ARPG or MMO has something with chaos. So, like, they probably just thought of the word. What's something like for a word that's turning something on its head? Something that's out of the ordinary. Something like, to get people to understand, you're going to have to get out your comfort zone. If you play EHP, you're going to have to learn to incorporate damage. If you're a glass cannon purist, you're going to have to learn how to incorporate some EHP. And then they just like go, oh, okay, we'll use this word. And then they just check out the thesaurus and then they just read on through it. And then they all vote, eh? But remember, when they vote, Uncle Fuds doesn't check it. Uncle Fuds is like, yeah, great name. Yeah, great name. Sorry, guys, I got All Clouded's wedding anniversary next month. I've got to plan a trip back to New Zealand. Everything is going well today. I'll be rank 1 in Legends. God damn. Rank 1 in Legends. Let's go, bro. Holy shit. Bro, that's amazing, bro. Is that your first rank 1? Or have you done a rank 1 before? We got perk. Oh, not even useful. Bro, imagine this. My job is heavily supplemented by abbreviations, and when I started playing the tower, it was a whole nother set. Get to double up. You're like, oh no, now work gets to follow me in my pastime. Now works. Now, using abbreviated terms is cooking in my pocket as well. But I freaked on the game so much when I got it. I found another phone. So I moved it off my PC onto my spare phone. But I would take it to interviewing people. My second device. Like, I'll be doing an interview of, like, let's say 4 people. I'll be back to back, and, like, under the table I'll be pulling out the second device and clicking on stuff. But, like, one time was, like, the middle of summer. It was a real hot summer, and you guys know what it gets like when you used to have it on a phone and used to cook the phone. And I remember it was so yoked in my pocket, and it was so hot in there that the phone crashed and came up with a warning for overheating. It just absolutely cooked itself. I love like the arse mods because it cracks me up. It's not just Am. I've heard the dissonance before in the phrase cognitive dissonance. Dissonance. Cognitive. Cognitive dissonance. Wow, is that like a polite way to say someone's fucked in the head? Well, you just got something, just a little bit of chaos going on upstairs there, matey. We're not quite right upstairs. I watch videos about my type of job though. Can you blame me? Bro, there's this guy at my work. So he bones out the animals. So, you know, you kill the animals, you put it through the line, like the slaughter process, you chill it. You then bring it out by specific shapes and sizes and whatever. And then you have a specific plan for customers, like a game of Tetris, that out of one carcass, what specific orders can we fulfill if certain cuts come from that carcass. And this customer only wants 10 ton of this, and this customer wants, you know, 150 ton of this and everything, and you have to swap in and out of these different cuts and maximize how you can make it all fit together. And one of the guys that's like on the boning side, before it hits the belts, and people break it down even further, so they break it down from a carcass into chunks, I suppose we'll just call it, and then those chunks go onto the belts, onto other operators, and then they break it down even further, fine tune it into something getting closer to what resembles a piece of meat. And like, he freaks like that on his job. He watches videos of like people boning out carcasses of all other countries and everything like that. Absolutely freaks on it. Like, it's almost sad. It's like he's it's like he's born to do it. Like, he loves it with everything in his soul. He loves this job. It's not a bad thing, but it's like you wish that passion was applied to a more healthy industry. It's not healthy for your body or your mind. I did get a couple of rank ones before. Oh shit, so this is just the regular. Oh, so you've been hitting rank 1 all the time. This is just a snack. Did you see my bracket? Check out this fucking bracket. Look at that. One wave off kicking this guy down. So I think we might hit like 9th? 10th? 10th. Wave 121. What do we got? 185. Got nowhere near it. Did a quick couple little stints. Got nowhere near it. My job also has a ton of acronyms. I just have the context and clues most of the time to figure out what it is. My best tourney was 2nd place in a marshmallow bracket, normally 4th to 7th range. Oh, you haven't done your tourney run yet, eh? Are you still doing Disco's What would you get in this place, man? I'm trying to think of the last tourney that we did together. Would you be third? Or would you snipe this guy down? But that other bracket that we did together, bro, was diabolical. It's like get 1,000 waves and get demoted. Like, what the fuck was everyone so excited to join at that time? That's crazy. But I tell you what though, when you have someone like that, they're unstoppable in the work and it's their purpose. Oh bro, this guy's like, dude, this guy loves it. He loves it. Like, you can't even, like, bro, this dude loves his job. He loves it so much. Like, he's got his wife working there, his children, his grandchildren. He's not even that old either. Just been, like, just a young father, and his kids were young parents too. But loves it. Like, when we have certain events and stuff on, they'll take him, gear him up in his gears. Get like some customers from overseas. You might get some Japanese customers, and you're trying to get them, be the supplier to them, and so they don't go to your competition. And like, they'll like take them out to a fancy restaurant and get them all geared up and take them down and just like pull out a whole carcass and get them like absolutely break it down like to infinity, like to exactly the cut that you would expect to see on your plate in front of them, and then they let them like pick the cut that they want, and then they'll take it into the chef, and then they'll just eat whatever the cuts are that they want off it, and then just give the rest of the meat to the, it's like the deal that you make. Oh, we'll supply the meat, you just keep all the rest of the meat. We just want to put in a bit of a show to woo over these customers, because that's all it is in the industry. You're just trying to secure all the customers. You're trying to secure everything you can, and you do whatever you can to not lose a customer. Whatever you can. You bend over backwards to keep those customers. And they probably rarely complain about the shitty side of the job. Bro, discipline other people for complaining. Bro, I remember like one time I walked into the room, because that's not my department, it's another department. My department's on the other side of the plant. And I walked into there, I can't remember what I was doing. And he was growling someone for having sore hands. I was like, yes, fuck yeah. You're not allowed to get sore hands, and if you get sore hands, shut your fucking mouth. Get sore hands with a smile. But your hands aren't sore, boy. Your hands are funny. So now every time I look at your hands, we're going to laugh. Came for the tourney, stayed for the stories. Story time. It's always stories. But you meet some absolute munters, bro. You meet heaps of cooked ass cunts too, bro. Straight up. But I remember one time, I was like new to a supervisor's position. Like, I was only in the role for a couple months, and this dude started, and I know all the boys, I know all the lads that he kicks it with, and they're all rough fellas. And he knew that I knew these guys, so we're like mutual acquaintances, but we're not friends or nothing, but we kind of just like, you know the same circles. And I remember one day he like came up to me and he was like, bro, can I go home? And I was like, fuck, can't, bro, can't let you go home. We're too busy, don't have enough people. And then he's like, if there was a way, if I really needed to be somewhere, what would make it so I could get home? I was like, well, you won't be able to get sent home. I won't be able to, my supervisor, my boss won't let me. He'll get pissed off if he finds out that I let you go. And then he's like, what about if I got injured? And I was like, oh fuck, I don't know if we want an ACC case. And he's like, what about a small one? And I'm like, what are you thinking? And he's like, what about if I cut myself? And I was like, bro, if you cut yourself, you're not allowed to be in here. Bro, he grabs his knife, like with his left hand, he's got his blade in his right hand, grabs it, and just it just pulls the hand across the blade. Yeah! Does it the whole thing, maintaining eye contact with me the whole time like a fucking cook psycho. It's just, I was like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, bro. If you want to go home that much, if you got some shit you're getting up to out of here, bro, you deserve it, bro. If you're that dedicated. And he's like got a smile on his face, like, yeah, I'm going home. I'm like, fuck's sakes. You meet heaps of those ones, heaps of weirdos. But I remember one time, I think it was my first. It was on my second season. I think it was my second season. And this big ass black dude, tattoos, all that sort of shit. And you know, tattoos mean nothing, but you know certain ones are gang tats. So like whenever somebody starts, you're like, oh yeah, this guy's ganged up. He starts, first thing he says to me, bro, and he's coming to my environment, but you know what people that are fresh out are like. He says to me, where you from? So, oh, I'm from here. Oh yeah, who are you related to from here? Oh, I don't know, heaps of people. You tell me who you know from here. And he's like, do you know so-and-so? Nah. And he's like, what about this guy? Yeah, that's my cousin. Is that your cousin? I'm like, yeah, that's my cousin. Do you know so-and-so? Yeah, that's my uncle. That's your uncle? Yeah. Well, how's he your uncle? That's my mum's brother. That's your mum's brother. He taught me how to play chess in jail. Me? That's awesome. Yeah, so anybody fuck with you, I smash them. Oh, I mean, it's not really like that, but yeah, bro, that sounds good. Righto. Sounds good. And then this other kid started about a month later. He must have been about 19. He started about a month later. When I say kid, I mean I was a kid too, because I think I was 19 at the same time. And this other kid started, and he walked in, and this dude I was talking about, that was with some of the like my mum's brother and that inside, he's like, walks up to him, and then they start talking, and they obviously both had just been recently released from prison. And then the poor kid, like, you get to, like, the thing that sucks in that line of work is you're on your feet for 11 hours a day in steel-capped gumboots, standing on concrete, and you're just constantly working, like just constantly carving through shit, and you know, doing the damn thing. You're trying to turn what looks like an animal into a piece of meat that's on your plate. And this poor kid's like fresh out of the pen. He's now got to like adjust to working, probably his first fucking job. And then we hit lunch break, and then just like in jail, when they only get that small window that you get out of your cell, they like hit their lunch break. This kid looks like he wants to sit down, like, oh fuck, that was a hard couple hours, sort of thing. And he goes, get up, and then they start walking around on the balcony, the smoking balcony, like they're in jail. And he made him do that every single break, made him walk with him every single break for like the next 3 or 4 months that they were there. They ended up getting fired in the end, too naughty, all that sort of carry on. But I used to crack up because I used to have sore ass feet, and I'd look over and I'm like, bro, I know if my feet are sore, and I've already done a season here, that kid's fucking feet are aching. And he's not, this dude won't even let him sit down. Won't even let him sit down at all. As soon as it's smoko break, boom, right on the balcony, start cutting laps. And I used to do that all day, bro. Like, you'd be like in between each carcass that you work on, you'll drop down on the ground, try to see how many press ups you can do. And you're not talking like one random day or one random run, like in between each break. You're talking every single day, day after day after week after week. Just like one of those psychos. You know how you see those stupid YouTube videos and those psychos with the skid mark tattoos all over their face? And they sit there and they're like burpee. They do that dumb punch the belly, punch the knee, jump down, burpee, mountain climber, whatever the fuck they call it. Backflip, sit up, whatever. That's what this dude was like. Bro, Damon, you're not in jail anymore. Just fucking sit down, bro. I feel tired watching you. Dizzy, what's good? What's good, my man? I'm thinking third. I've gotten a lot of power, but I don't know if it'll be close to the 2K waves. So interesting how... Oh, bro, meat industry's retarded, G. Bro, it's so retarded, bro. You meet the most retards in the world. You also, at the same token, you also meet some of the best people. There's all sorts of different circumstances. You get some people that have lived a really good life and whatever, and then have taken, had like a medical issue, and then it blocks them out of that line of work, and then nobody will hire them, and then they end up there. You also get people, you get heaps of people fresh out of jail, you get heaps of gang members, you get heaps of immigrants. It's just a big melting pot of just a whole bunch of fucking downies. But you also meet some really good people in there, like lifelong friends. You know, like one of my really good mates. He ended up there because he worked in a completely different industry, whatever, and there was a random fire there, burnt it down, and he needed a quick job, and now he's like the number 2 at the plant. And then you got someone like me who needed a job, otherwise I was just worthless to society, and then the judge was gonna put me in for a leg, and then that's how I ended up there. And then you get other people who had kids too early, and they just need an income, and then they're there for fucking 10, 15, 20 years. You just get all sorts of shit. But yeah, you honestly get heaps of retards. I'm thinking about running Tawny soon. Don't want to focus too much on Disso runs and forget to run it. What I need to do is actually farm. I need some money. I need some money and I need some cells. So I might do like just farms up to the first half of my week, and then after that look at maybe squeezing in some disco runs. I tell you what, my job, if you don't love it, you won't last long. Yeah, there's probably a few jobs out there. I reckon one of the craziest jobs that I had was doing door sales. Bro, and it was an absolute mug game, bro. You were just like full on mugging people, like tricking them into ticking shit up, and then you instantly get a commission off it. And I got really good at it. I got really good at sales. Sup, miss? How's things going? Did you do well in your tourney? Hexen the Priest, what's up? Check out this tourney bracket. Absolute marshmallow. We're probably going to end up about 9th or 10th. Which 9th or 10th is wild. Absolute marshmallow bracket. Excellent end to an outstanding week. So the resilience and the stamina to keep going is super important, and the love for the craft helps so much. I mean, it's so many different personalities in my job. We often move around, so we don't really get stuck with any one person for too long. I still have, whoa, 4.7 million cells. Holy shit. Bro, I think like I was at the point where I only had 10Q. And all my labs are on 3x. Definitely not in a good spot, and I need to get back to farming. Super keys are short. Yeah, bro, look how like... It's like 250 waves to stay in. 280 waves to stay in. 500-600 waves for keys. It's outstanding. Can't ask for a much better result than that. So I think with keys, we can get... What's that? Is that a card slot? Is this orb slider? Damage cap. We start making our way up here. Gotta be careful of this music. We'll get fucking copyright. Make our way up to the orb adjuster. I definitely need, like, I know workshop presets is like definitely where it's at, but bro, I need that orb adjuster. Like, I feel like you really, if you're not running perma black hole, I feel like you really need it in tier 16. Like, just for that killing window, just to be able to like kill the tanks and all the mobs as fast as possible. Like, that's like when I started doing stuff with orbs, bought bigger orbs, got some substats and that, it made, I like instantly got more coins because I was just killing fast enough. I wasn't killing fast enough before. But also the big downside is I only, in tier 16, when I was previously farming there, I only had 3 spotlights. Now we got the 4. It's not going to be so RNG dependent with the boss. So that's a massive, massive improvement. As far as when we're going to get to there, I'm not too sure. The thing will be focusing on getting out of tier 14. Making tier 15 a viable place to call home for a bit. I'm afraid of getting behind because everyone is going to get too many boosts from Disco, and I'm at the point that I have to choose labs or Disco due to cells. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I know what you mean. I've already crunched all the numbers and worked out currently what I can farm and what I can afford with the lab. And I think I should be able to take it to like 4.5% and not be too painful. 4.5%. 5% is a bit much for me currently. Because I am still supposed to be doing econ this month. But bro, we're going all in on Spotlight now. I still need the key upgrades in the vault, and I can't really afford to fall too far behind. And we got a nice little econ boost anyway from the update, and then I got a lovely jump in my first farming run since our stream last night. My coins basically doubled. It's fucking outstanding. But not having Spotlight, or a respectable version of a Spotlight, has definitely been a pinch point in the build. Especially like for going Spotlight Plus. Like from what I hear, I don't know because I haven't experienced it. But for what I hear, Spotlight Plus is fucking yoked, boys. I hear it's the bee's knees. And I reckon it's definitely it opens up a whole new substat, a whole new stat for us to work on, damage per meter. I've already got the damage per meter lab in. We don't have Spotlight yet. We don't have Spotlight Plus yet. We'll get the range mastery. We got to get the substat. We got to re-roll our DC. Pretty much just everything, because 200x bonus on the Spotlight. And that's in the tier 16. I think in the tier 15 or tier 14. Might be tier 15. I think it's at like 250 now. With the perk and all the other carry on. I think it's about 250 now. So it's... I can sit there and fluff around with putting stuff in my workshop all I want. But having a bonus... Having everything having all the problematic mobs, having a higher chance to get into it. So raise, it's raise, protector, ultimate, and bosses. They're the real problem. And there's a bit of RNG luck when it comes to fleets and stuff like that. Like, that's just a given. Certain waves kill them super fast, other waves a bit dicey. But we're definitely... Fuck, man. I'm so stoked. I don't mean to swear so much, guys. Bit of a potty mouth. But I'm so stoked. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I dropped my labs to 5x, had 2 at 6x, and swapped off the Sysmod lab that cost 2.5. Whoa, big Q. Whoa. I'm so close to Legends. Yes, bro. Get it. Get it, bro. Go kick some ass. Get in there. I can't remember what tipped me over the edge to stay in Legends. I think it was... getting 90% slow. I think 90% slow on CF. That's what kept me in Legends. And that was... oh, shit. When was it? Oh, we had a random one where we got it back. Oh, no. So, solidly since October. So, around here, where we're leaning more into the CF. Because I also needed it for my farm. Transition like tier 13 sort of buzz. I think that's where all of this kind of came from. But when we first went to Legends, it was in February. And we bounced in and out since February for the whole year. The whole year. Holy fuck. Oh my days. Oh my days. So when people bounce in and out, and they're like, I've been bouncing in and out for 3 months now, am I ever? I'm like, I feel you, dog. I feel you, man. I feel you. I ate shit too. I sat there eating shit. But there's 2 types of people. You're gonna eat shit and complain about your breath, or you're gonna eat shit with a knife and fork. I decided to just eat the shit with the knife and fork and convince myself it was a part of the hazing ritual. Oh nah, it's by design. It's how it's supposed to be. The game was made this way. I'm not the only one that's trodden this path. I can't sit there and complain. But there were definitely moments. There were definitely moments. I think the only thing that I found peace in when I bounced in and out for basically majority of last year was that whenever I got the Legends run, it was a super fast 20 run. Quick little stint. Die by the time intro sprint's finished, or whatever. And then back to farming. And I just set it up so my Legends run was always on school night. So after work, whenever my farming run would finish, go in, jump in Legends, die, carry on, back to farming. And then on the weekend one, just set my device up, let it do its thing, come back 3-4 hours later, however long the tourneys were taking, and just rinse and repeat. But I do have a feeling, and I know a whole bunch of people may or may not be confident, but I do have a feeling they'll be doing something about modules. Now, whether it's what people want or not, I do feel like they'll do something with modules, and I do feel like they'll do something with Tawny. Now, they're doing all sorts of shit to make Tawny harder. In my opinion, that's a little bit, I wouldn't say a cop-out. What would we call it? It's not a cop-out. It's just like a lazy approach. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll get creative and make it just harder. Like, there's only so many harders you can make. All it's doing is it's shortening the time, but it's not shortening the congestion point. But I do feel like they will do something. I'm confident in Uncle Fuds that he will do something. Now, whether it's something that we want or not, or whatever they decide to do, it's whatever. Another thing is I feel like they're going to do something with banners. Otherwise, if they weren't going to do something with core modules in the banners or some sort of system like that, they wouldn't have had that little test that they did randomly in the tail end of V27. And even though it pissed a whole bunch of people off, didn't piss me off because I didn't really utilize it. But even though a whole bunch of people got pissed off because the execution wasn't on point, the concept's there. And now V28 is out. Now V28 is out. It's one problem at a time. Release the content, fix up some of the other systems, give them a little update, make some changes, change this, change that, change this, rinse and repeat, and in 2093 we'll get version 29. I'm confident. I believe. I am hopeful. I am hopeful. Figure I'll rush through the Disso runs and try to get a big boost. But I was crunching numbers before, and the boost is actually insane, eh? Even at what I'm capable of doing, if I can just find the time to do it, the boost is actually crazy insane. And it's definitely worth the sacrifice of putting a whole bunch of stuff on hold. And that's why I'm like super wrapped with the update. Like the amount of power that everybody's going to get. Player power, econ, this and that, all the other shit. It also makes me curious with that sort of power spike that a whole bunch of people are going to get. What it means for future content. Like, I mean, if we've just tripled our coins or thereabouts over what we were getting, and it means that we're going to accelerate to other stuff, like in my position, I'm going to accelerate to other stuff faster, and other people's enhancements are going to get accelerated up faster, then it must mean there's more coin sinks and real crazy coin sinks coming. Because someone like myself still doesn't have a max GT, all the other rest. Like, everybody's coins and everything's exploded. Everybody's power's about to just jump massively. So it makes me wonder what's coming up. There's something in the works. No, what's good? New Paradise, how are you? The greatest thing about the update is the fact that me, everyone with similar progress, are able to research masteries earlier. Yeah, that's huge. It's a massive power spike. Masteries. is such a fun part in the game when you're chewing through all the masteries that you want to do. Probably the other thing is it'll move that needle really fast for champs. That a whole bunch of other people will be at mastery level 2. So anybody trying to break into champs, like that needle's going to move so far because a whole people that previously didn't have the ability to smash through masteries will now be getting access to that. So whatever that looks like from the longevity side or that congestion point is whatever will end up turning into. Like all the champs will get, or not like necessarily all the champs, but a large portion of champs players, and there's a lot of people in the champs brackets, will now all be getting mastery, so they're all going to get a power spike. And then in the legends side, a lot of people are going to be getting the multipliers for the dissonance runs. So they're going to get, because they're able to lab it into the hundreds of quintillions, into the quadrillions. So there's that massive gap too that's coming up. I'm super hyped that most players will be able to access the new system instead of most late game. Yeah, it's a good approach to it. And like, you know, even though they might not get the craziest bonuses like people at the top end, which it should be absolutely expected that that's how the cookie kind of crumbles. But people being able to get it off the rip is pretty cool. And at least they'll be able to play with it and flesh out the system. And that by the time they get to like later tiers, they'll be well versed in what it feels like and what it looks like. I almost finished Chronofield cooldown, going to start duration. Chronofield's such a stink ultimate weapon, like it's so backloaded, and you have to like just believe and trust in the process. And like if you believe and trust in it, like you're gonna go all cards in, and then it just gets to this little tipping window and you start noticing it's doing something, and then it gets to like a point where you're just like, oh damn, this is like crucial. No matter what you fancy, whether you fancy EHP or a damage build. I'm hoping not to lose too many positions in the next 2 months until Chronofield is finished. The good thing is like, yeah, the more you're investing into it, the better the position you have. XL Daily, bro. The fuck? My brother's breed won the 500k race. Damn. Where was the race? In New Zealand. A 500k race. That dog that sleeps on the couch. Oh, shit. Are you with them at the moment? Is that where you are? Are you at the races? They're going to soon nerf the stun, and things will be chaotic again. I think it's because, like, all of that CC, that's the whole problem, that attack chip, OA, Chain Lightning Plus, attack chip, OA, what's the other percentage base thing? And a Landmine Plus, which is basically a forever scaling thing. And an enormous amount of CC, and just applying all those infinite damage or percentage based damage, and then that's how people getting like 15,000 waves and legends and that, just abusing it. And like a lot of it's out of interest. Like if I was capable of trying to break the game, I would be doing the same thing too, theory crafting something to try to break the game. Like that will be fun. At that level of the game, that's what you deserve. if you've put in that much effort into the game, you deserve to be in a position where you like can break the game. And like that's the best. And you know, Fuds mentioned it himself, like he finds it interesting like when players are just constantly breaking the game with doing stuff that, you know, you don't foresee unintended circumstances happening and whatever, and then people just absolutely break it. But yeah, that attack chip and all that other stuff, damn. So it's like, I think that's what they're trying to stop. Yo, Cloud is still streaming. What's up? Ethan DX, what's up? Good luck in the tourney today, bro. Check out this bracket. A marshmallow bracket. So I should get like 10th or maybe 9th. I think 10th or 9th are in the same sort of winning thing. Absolute marshmallow bracket. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Excellent end to the week. Always have better luck watching your replays while running. Yeah, I get heaps. I know I stream at a stupid time for a lot of people. I don't think people are fully grasping the boost of this update actually gave us. Because it's not the 3x and the 5x stats. I'm getting 6.64 ultimate weapon damage on a tier that I've maxed the boost on. That's the other thing. Like me and XL Daily were crunching the numbers earlier. Like we were mathing it out, and it's like this boost at this percent times this many tiers, and then looking at what other people would be capable of. Like I'm kind of like tier 13 down, should be able to get everything. Other people will be like tier 16 down, and then other people are like tier 17 or 18 down, and it's just like, whoa, what happened there? It was a protector. Bruh. I thought we were onto something there. Mind you, I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, whoa, fuck. So we actually got less. I think that's what happened in that last one we did, eh? 2700. Damn. Well, that sucks. Oh, well. So using the same build, so if I could go tier 13 down, I should be able to do this exact same setup and just mince my way backwards. And should be able to clock the utility. I don't think I'll be able to use this setup because I'm leaning so much into my ultimate weapons to go back and smash all the ultimate weapon one out. Like, look at this, has jumped to 1.09. I've got this at 5,000. This tier 12 at 5,000. And pretty much nothing else. So what I need to do... I think I did this as EHP. So I'd have to... Wondering respec into EHP. I think I might do 2 or 3 days of farming and then start the ball rolling. Just build up a bit of liquid. That's probably the wisest thing for me. I just finished tier 1 to tier 8. Damn. And the lab levels. Oh, you got the lab level at 10. Holy shit. Lab level 10, that's 5%, eh? I still have more runs and more lab levels to get. It's been hard to see one of your live streams. Yeah, I know, I'm a little bit crazy like that. Guys, honestly, thank yous all. Thank yous all for joining in. Absolute epic end to the week with a bracket like that. As far as where to from here, I've got to decide pretty much tonight whether I'm going to go back to farming. My whole workshop's up the duff. I've been moving stuff around everywhere. My perks are all crazy, so I kind of have to reset everything. And but I won't do that unless I know what I want to do. And I'm either going to go for the discos or I'm just going to go back to some casual farming, because I think a 5,000 run is about 4 hours. It's about 4 hours and... Oh, it's already been lost. Oh, there. 4 hours and 20 minutes. About 4 hours and 20 minutes is a disco run for me. So you can really pump them out, eh? Like, let's just round it down to 4 hours. 3 every 12 hours. Like, you just pretty much just spam them and just chew through them. And I think I did the ultimate weapon one as EHP. So I think I do the ultimate weapon one. I boosted up the damage on tiers that I want to farm. So kind of like going back to what actually AFK was saying as far as like the scaling in that. You've got like the lab. I'm sure you guys all know this, but I'm just putting that out there. So you got the multiplier that you're going to get for the damage, and assuming that you get it to the good number, like you get it to 5x, you have the potential to 5x your damage here. And then if you're taking all the multiplier across the board, and if you added in the damage as well, and as well as the utility, it's pretty huge. So I'm kind of like 13 down, bar the defense one, because I haven't even tried it. I don't really know what to do about it, but these 3 ones here that you would expect what I do, I should easily be able to do all the tier 13. So that's a pretty meaty jump in power. So for perspective, this was at 1.02 this morning when I woke up, and it's already at 9. And I've only done a little bit of mucking around with it, and I think the lab is at coming up to 1.5%. So it's really crazy. I mean, maybe in a day or two of farming, and we get the wave skip mastery up, and we shave off a few minutes. Those few minutes across the whole week. But I definitely think everybody's like in the right frame of mind to try to achieve that power as soon as possible. It makes the most sense. And assuming you can get like a decent amount in the labs. And if you can't, at least the tier that you're farming, come up with your builds, strategize what you want to do. Like my brain leads towards, if I'm farming tier 14 and I want to break into tier 15, what I'll probably realistically do, because it's so cheese, is do the damage one first, boost up some damage, spin it back, get the ultimate weapon damage up. Oh, yeah, get the ultimate weapon damage up. And then with that, jump in and get the utility up. And then get it to a nice healthy level. And then merge over into the next tier eventually. At the moment, because everybody's so far into the game, everybody's playing catch up on all the lower tiers. And the power is just going to keep jumping and jumping and jumping. It's pretty huge uptake. I think like a lot of people that are good at theory crafting, or can just, calculate out simple math, will be able to look at the equations and be like, holy shit, things are going to skyrocket. And then probably a lot of people that are a bit upset, they just haven't really taken the moment to sit down and have a look at it. But I know that a lot of the lower guys in the earlier stages of a game are probably heavily focused into defense, and they're gonna have to learn to pivot off and acquire some damage. Not be so rigid. I haven't invested in any damage. I didn't even do any of those labs. Well, shit, mate. Better shut the fuck up and start doing something. We better get the ball rolling. It is what it is. It is what it is. You're gonna have to do it.
I mean, it's one of the things after playing around with the runs last time. It's like, oh shit, I might get some HP masteries. At least a second win one. That'll be pretty epic. But I think they're they are a little bit stiffed, eh? Like the guys that are pure EHP, they're a little bit stiffed here. Like, what do they get? Just some HP. Damn. I mean, it's still 5 times. But shit, mate. Damn. Rat shit. Is what it is, though. It might be a good lesson for a portion of the player base that are within that window that have just like hyper specialized in one stat and refuse to do anything else. It might be a good window for them to understand to just be malleable. Like, it's a good mentality to have to every adjustment and every sort of update, just like continuously be malleable, continuously be like the student, continuously try to learn and just adjust and roll with the punches accordingly. I mean, I'm doing all of these EHP and just sailing through. Stupid easy. But I think a lot of people probably come from some form of a base of EHP. So all you're doing, and if you move into like a damage build, all you're doing is just picking up where you left off. So that's probably like another thing, you know, that I should be considering. Is that a lot of people might still be in that base mode. But you can see the cringiness of people crying around Prim C getting its stats adjusted, that they've just leaned too hard into the brains having a malfunction, trying to understand that you have to adjust and do something else. It's like the brain's defective. No, this is my favorite module. This is my pacifier. I got favorite modules too. I don't use any of them. I just use whatever's gonna work. Whatever's the tool. Everything's just the tool. I mean, I wonder if it's heaps of it's like because people tried so hard to get certain things at Ancestral, like if they were chasing a Sharp Fortitude. All they ever wanted was a Sharp Fortitude to Ancestral. And then they can't get it. Or then they finally get it. And then the game switches up. And then they're going to have to learn how to roll with an ACP or an OA or something else. And then the brain short circuits. Because it's like emotionally attached to a certain ideology or a certain craft. Always be the student. Like, I think the first EHP mastery I'll pick up will be Second Wind. It's a bit of a learning curve for me because it's kind of, I've put it in the back of my brain for fucking months now. So I'm kind of learning all this shit. But I think the multiplier for the regen, where is it? I think the multiplier for the regen is way higher than I thought it was. So it starts at 90%. Does it go up to 10x? Are we going to get 10x regen? Like, if I had 10x regen, I would smash through this tab. Like, I'm not saying up to tier 17, but I'm going to get I reckon I would get that 5x damage there. And if I could get it there, maybe there, with like enough investment in the workshop, if I properly set up my stats, if I could get it there, it means I get the whole row. Like, if I build it somewhere, like how I went for here, if I can figure out what that was there or there or there, it means that whole rows are given with the same build. And that was just a pure EHP build. And then this one's like mega EHP because you get Prim C as well. Because you can keep your ultimate weapon. And just blender it up and then just take that whole column. And that's 5 times 16. Wow, cuz. 5 times 16. It's huge. And then maybe we get to a point somewhere here where we need more EHP and we figure out how to conquer that entire row. And then that makes us more of a fatty, so we can come down here and be more of a fatty and try to conquer some of this shit in time, like over the course of the couple months. This stuff will be a given. It'll be an arms race now, 100%, 10,000%. It's an arms race going on. Everybody will be funneling coins into those labs and trying to peel through it. And everybody's going to get a massive power spike. And then it'll be finding where you farm. And I do not want to farm tier 14. Because I feel like if I get stuck in tier 14 and I can't get out of it, I'll find my way out of it. But if I spend too long in tier 14, I'm killing too much and I don't want to micromanage my runs. And this has been the best part of the update for me. Is trying to figure this shit out. Trying to figure it all out. Like, I was so wrapped when I found this build, this setup. I was like, started it, pull this mod off, start it, change this perk, start it, and then I was just like, fuck it, let's just full send it, go have a shower, have dinner, get ready for the stream, and just keep checking in on it. And I was like, holy shit, this is the build. This is the build that's going to take that entire column for us. 15 tiers of this shit. Can't wait. And I think I found the one for this side, which is another version, just a couple different mods. A couple different mods. I think this side needs more regen. I think that's what I figured out. The best thing is I'll go to do it and I'll forget what I've done. And then I'll have to redo it all again or try to think. And that's the funniest part. That's the part we all get to laugh. Ryan! Why are you up so late? Starting my 20 run now. Let's go. Actually, AFK. 499 spotlight bonus for the 20. There's a prime example of what I'm talking about. Look at the jump in power. I've been a dirty hybrid forever. Hybrid's good. There's nothing wrong with hybrid. Hybrid's what it's at. You're in the best position. You can swap. You can do whatever build you want. And like my EHP stuff's pretty good. I just don't have the masteries. But like, bro, my defense tabs, I reckon it's pretty good. Health 68, regen 55, war health 40. Like, I'll be able to smash out war health, smash out war fort. I'll be able to make it juicy as. Smash out the regen. Get a big jump in power. We're grinding out the disco ruins for the love of the gains. Yeah, that's a huge spike. I'm struggling with the ultimate weapon run now, trying to get it to 5k for a video. You'll be doing the higher tiers too, eh, Ryan? I started at tier 1 wand, worked my way up to ultimate weapon, then to the damage, and finished at the tier 8. Ryan, you need more HP and regen. Ryan, you need more defense ab. I think in the higher tiers were the runs, to run EHP for the ultimate weapon runs. I've just, for the tiers that I just did EHP. Second one mastery. Boom, there you go. Look at that, prime example. Ryan, forever malleable. A forever student. Look at the tools that are available in the game. Assess what the problem is. See what tool's best suited for the problem. Adjust. And then progress. And I think this will be the massive learning curve for a large chunk of the player base in the tower. To not be so indoctrinated to either a purist to glass cannon or a purist to EHP. Now, some people will be able to do a whole bunch of stuff through brute force. They'll just have so much player power that their tower can be heavily nerfed and they can just punch their way through a whole bunch of stuff. But an exception to the rule does not mean it's the rule. You get only 10.5% at max echo. That's heaps though, isn't it? 10% of every single tier. That's a lot. Alright, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. You guys, absolutely awesome. Thank you all for being a part of the journey. I've had a massive... I feel dirty going back to EHP. Dirty than you make me feel, Ryan. Ryan, you're crazy. I'm actually excited. Like, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's like, oh, there's 3,000 stones that I could put into a perma poison swamp. I know what you mean. But if it's for the greater good, whatever is the best tool. Night, Peter. Guys, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for staying up super late. Thank you guys for being a part of this journey. I've had an epic last couple of days of the stream. Absolutely digging the patch. It's given me a lot to think about. I've learned a lot from you guys over the last couple of days. Thanks for sharing all your tips. Thank you for the support. Oh man, excellent tourney. Marshmallow bracket. You probably didn't see, did you, Ron? Marshmallow bracket. I'm probably going to hit 10th or 9th. Absolutely loving it, bro. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I will put a progress update video tomorrow. What I will do is I'll probably just keep it to the progress. I probably won't go too much into the V28 because I'm still figuring it out myself. I also don't want to share any wrong information. So, gents, if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam.